Hey, it's me, Albert, with Two Tribes Primal Living, and boy, it's nice afternoon this afternoon. Guess I just kind of wanted to talk to the camera a little bit about um, just being um, out here, and when I say out here, off grid, away from society and away from everything, all the going ons of the world and everything. I guess it's hard to explain to people um, that since I've been out here, I've developed a relationship with out here, and it's kind of hard to explain because um, I'm out here. I am out here, not physically. Um, my location, my geographic location. Am I out here? I am out here. I am this. I am the nature. I am the silence. I am the the connection to the activity that happens out here, from the trees to the birds to the weather, the wind, the rain, the cold, the heat, the sun, the mountains, everything. I mean, I've literally become out here, and it's a strange concept because um, I guess when you live in a city, you become there. You become the city. You become the society, the influence that is around you, and I guess I can understand that from that standpoint because when I lived in the city, I was my job. I was, um, I guess, the citizen that I was expected to be. So everything that went on around me, I was that. I was the sirens. I was the train. I was the revving engines. I was the 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 noise, the the disharmony, I guess you would call it. And out here, it's pure harmony. I mean, everything exists and coexists as it was intended to. Um, there's not judgment out here, kind of like the judgment that's going on in the world out there. There's not a tree that believes that it's a better tree or a more superior tree than the other species of trees. And same thing with the grasses and the herbs and weeds that grow out here. There's not one that is more superior than the other. They all need each other to survive, and they all need each other to thrive. And I've had the opportunity to become part of that harmony, just with my existence out here. The respect that I have for the land, the respect that the land has for me, as long as I don't tarnish it or take from it without giving back or understanding its power or understanding its place on this earth. So when I say that I feel that harmony, and then I look at what's going on in the news, and I look at what's going on around the world just by, the people who post all the disruptions that are happening throughout humanity and throughout society and throughout culture, and it's like, wow, what's going on the planet? What's going on? And me being a connected person to spirit and a connected person to intelligences that speak to me through dreams and through understanding. I know what's going on this earth. It's being called out. Humanity is being called out, and it's being called out for all its destructive behaviors and all its division and all its conflict. Um, I don't I don't see things getting any better, and things can't get any better. I know people are hopeful, and people are praying, and people are trying to understand what the course of society is. America globally. I mean, this is not just happening in America. This is all happening globally, and I know people are confused about what to think or how to feel about what's going on. And I mean, it's going to run its course. Um, this is a humanity check. This is a check of spirits. This is a check of the soul. Um, People see a political, societal, cultural, uh, financial uh, conflict going on, and I know it's spiritual. I know that it's the energy of this earth, of this existence, that is finally being checked. Um, I've explained it as a thundercloud so many times. The clouds move over the land and they build up a charge, and at some point, that charge is going to discharge, and you're going to get this loud boom, and you're going to get this horrific crash. And the charge of humanity right now is a negative, negative, negative charge. It's about power. It's about control. It's about ego. It's about individuals. It's about my perspective and my views and my opinions, and it's not about the collective of everyone, whether you're black, white, green, yellow, red, whatever color you are. Uh, we're a collection, just like the trees in the forest. Some have evergreen needles. They're evergreens, and they have needles, and they're conifers, and they exist in their same state all year long. And then you have the other, like the oaks, that shed their leaves and go dormant during the winter so that they can survive and thrive in the spring and in the summer. Um, but humanity has lost sight of all these cycles that we're supposed to go through, even as races, as tribes, as clans, as villages, as cities, as countries and states. We've completely lost sight of those those differences. And I look at the conifers, and then I look at the oaks, and I'm like, do you think you're better than the oak because you keep your green needles all year long? Or is the oak less than you? Or is the oak uh, more beneficial than you? And it's like, nature didn't design it that way. Nature didn't design us that way. Our creator did not design us that way. So the fact that we walk around with this ego, these opinions, these perspectives of the I am self, the individual, and we're divided because of it. We're so divided because we've become that place. We've become this country. We've become this society. We've become these divided cultures that think one is better than the other. And that charge, that charge is building up so greatly that that crash, that lightning, that discharge is coming, and there's nothing you can do about it. This is a way, we as energy beings, light beings, physical beings who have a body, that are a soul. This is the way it works. This is the way it's worked ever since humanity's been in existence on this planet. And it's like we try to defy nature. We try to defy the laws that we exist by creating man-written laws and trying to follow those laws. And my ancestors, they knew better. Um, Even though they warred over territories, and they hunting grounds and lands, um, they knew that there was a respect to the light body, as well as the soul of even their enemies. And when they entered into battle, There was a lot of preparation before battle. There was a lot of, of spiritual preparedness, mental preparedness before they went into battle, because they knew that their enemies were great, just as great as they were, and they uh, they didn't see themselves as better, and to die was to leave this place and go into a better place, and back into the spirit world, so that you can come back again. Um, but you know, like I said, we've lost our connection with cycles. The places that we live in, the cities that we live in, if it's a noisy, dirty, congested, polluted, toxic environment, what do you think you're going to become? If you live in the suburbs and it's all about the grass and the boat and the RV and the driveway and the car payments and the house payments and the manicured lawns and the kids in private school and in dance and in soccer, what do you think you're going to become if you're out in the country and you're homesteading and you're tending to your gardens and you're tending to your animals and you're tending to the land? You're going to have a more harmonious life. I'm not going to say it's going to be a perfect life, but it's going to be more harmonious because you're in tune with the cycles. In the city, suburbs, and in apartment lives, and being stacked on top of each other, um, I don't see how that's good for the soul. I don't see how that's good for the spirit. I don't see that how that's good for the physical body, with all the toxins and pollutants and EMFs, um, that we're radiations that we're constantly bombarded with. Um, so, if you want to know what I mean, that I am out here, I am out here. This is what I am now. I am this. I am what you hear. I am that. I am peace. I am harmony. And I don't think it's very easy to find that peace and harmony in a society filled with division and hatred and competition and not cooperation. Um, and humanity has really taken um, a downturn when it comes to understanding that even though we're all different, even though we come from different backgrounds and we've experienced different things in our lives, that we're not so different. You strip the skin off, you take the hair off, and you get it down to flesh and bone, and we're the same, inside, outside, and one of the things that I know about energies is, you look at the gazelle and you look at the lion, and the gazelle doesn't go and try to ask the lion if he's friend or foe. Um, it's kind of bred into them. It's kind of bred into them through instinct, that the energy that those cats over there put off is no good for the gazelle, for the short spanned uh, experience of self as a gazelle. That gazelle can pick up on that energy, and it doesn't have to ask questions. And we're all the same. We're the same way. We can do that with people. We can do that with animals. We can do that with bugs. We can do that with fish species. You don't just people aren't afraid of sharks because they put off the best vibe on the planet. Um, and they're not afraid of bees because they put off the best vibe on the planet, and they're not afraid of lions and tigers because they put off the best vibe either. So and I think I understand that it's the same thing with people, and it's not about race, because whether you're black, white, uh, yellow, red, whatever color you are, if you put off a bad vibe, other people are going to pick up on it. If you're an officer or a lawyer or a priest or a CEO of a corporation or a politician, and you put off a bad vibe, people are going to pick up on that. And so it's got nothing to do with race as far as the bad people and the the this race is oppressed, and this race is privileged. That's a bunch of bullshit, and I'm gonna call bullshit on that because I understand it, because I can literally say that even though I may have experienced racist discrimination in the past, I don't. I never have. I never have, and I know that I never have because I never allowed myself to believe that I ever had, and it's just a cop out. It's all a cop out as to why you didn't do what you were supposed to do as an individual, and why you fell into the cracks that your people fell into, that are all oppressed, or all uh, privileged, or all discriminated against. You know, you've become that. You are in there. You are that city. So I'm out here, and I'm gonna leave it there. So take care.